everybody. It's Thursday's Thoughts with Terry today. It's 12:10 on Thursdays. As promised, I'm coming to you live today with some leadership thoughts to help challenge you where you are, give you some nuggets to help you accomplish the things that you've wanted to accomplish in your life. I hope last week was good for you. I really enjoyed that. Appreciate all the comments and all the likes and the loves that I got from a lot of people. I just want to recap a little bit about last week. I talked about chasing your dreams, and I think every one of us have dreams. And in those dreams, sometimes people accomplish some and some don't. And I don't believe that it's just because of the demographic that you're in. I think it's solely about the energy and the effort that we give to that. And I just want to recap real quick with you what we talked about last week. It was a lot of writing down some things. I talked about breaking down your dreams and in action statements and making them actionable, and assessing your current situation, as well as identifying any obstacles that might be in your way. And then make a list of the sub goals, the things that you're going to need to do to get you to the place you want to be. And then the last thing I talked about last week was completing the plan. And I really believe that's what I want to talk about today, is completing that plan, because ultimately a goal that is written down and as a goal is always safe. And it's very difficult just to get started, because execution and implementation is very frightening. It's very hard to do something that you say you want to do and go after it. And it's a challenge. And I just want to speak to that today. I'm just going to take a few moments here and talk to you about this, because the reality is we need to chase our dreams, but not just write them down because they're safe. Writing down a goal, writing down a dream, and never going after it is simply the same as creating an amazing product, but keeping it in a warehouse and never shipping it. Nobody gets to use it. Nobody gets to take advantage of it. The iPhones that come out, you can order it, but if it never comes, it never benefits you. It gives you great hype, great excitement, but the goal is to go after the thing that we write down and accomplish that. And so today I really want to talk to you about that in that line. And the first thing I want to talk about is there's no perfect timing. There's never a perfect timing to go after something, to accomplish a dream. It's, there's nothing perfect. A tree that's 20 years old, the best time to plant that was 20 years ago. The next best time to plant a tree is today. So today's the day that we want to get started. Today's the day we want to go after this, and you got to choose to start. And I think so many times we're waiting for the perfect timing. We're waiting for that time that all the stars align and all of those things that are happening. And can I tell you, it's never going to be perfect. We just got to go after it. I think also some of us are looking for the circumstances that are around us, and we're hoping that the circumstances get better. I think so many times our circumstances are based on our past, not our present and our future. I relate to this idea of when you're driving in your car, the windshield is large, but the rear view mirror, that thing that sits in the corner, that's small, because the thing that's behind us isn't as important as the thing that's in front of us. And I think that the thing is, we're waiting for everything to align and get perfect and all the circumstances to be perfect to get past our past, whatever the thing that holds us back, the disappointment, the failures, whatever that looks like. I just want to challenge you today is get the past out and get started, because it's never going to be perfect. The last thing I want to say on that thought is this. The excuses that we all bring to why we don't do the things that we want to do. The goal should be to chase our dreams and see them to come about. But the reality is we have so many excuses. So many of us have these excuses. So many of us have that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not tall enough, we're not wealthy enough, we're not capable enough. The reality is everything that you need on the inside of you is already there to accomplish everything that you want to accomplish in your life. And I want you to understand this one thing. Excuses are simply doorways to failure. Can the excuse. Get rid of that excuse. Take that but can and stick it outside. Leave all your buts outside and go after your dreams today. I want to challenge you. Today is the best day to start, because if you're waiting for the perfect time, it'll never happen. The second thing I want to leave you with today is this. Obstacles will always appear. So many of us want it to be perfect, not just timing, but the situation perfect. We want our pathway perfect. We want to drive to our vacation with absolutely no traffic jams. But the reality is there are always going to be traffic jams. There's always going to be construction. There's always going to be obstacles that prevent us from getting where we want to go as quickly as we want to get there and as smoothly as we want to do that. I just want to say this to you. I think you understand this, but nothing will ever be perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect. And the idea is that slow and steady wins the race. And that's kind of the idea of this, is that in the midst of doing this and going through these things, you're going to encounter obstacles. But you and I can't avoid the obstacles. We've got to embrace them. We've got to learn to extract the lessons that need to be learned in life as we go through life with the obstacles that are going around us and coming to us. You can't avoid them. You need to extract from them the life lessons that you and I need. In 2006, Mark Zuckerberg, who invented Facebook, encountered some issues and some obstacles. And if he would have just threw in the towel in 2006, the way we communicate today, which is what I'm doing through Facebook and Instagram and the Snapchats and the platforms of social media, if he would have encountered those obstacles and said no to his dream, we wouldn't be using what we use today. But because he embraced the obstacle, he extracted the lessons he needed and took the journey and went after it, we are able to embrace this thing that we have today. And I really think that's the interesting thing. You know, there's no perfect timing. There's always going to be an obstacle. And the last thing is, there is no fast and easy way of doing this. It's not the Staples, hey, or the Office Depot, the easy button and everything becomes easy. It's not easy. And I think the thing is, we want it so fast, we want it so easy, everybody else is doing it. But the reality is, slow and steady wins the race. Because here's the deal, the speed sabotages your dreams because you miss the life lessons on the journey. Enjoy your journey. Enjoy it. The greatest dreams come with great challenges, but enjoy the journey. Listen, there's going to be a time in your life that there's a period of transition from chasing to living your dream. Embrace the journey as you're chasing it on the way to living your dream. Harriet Tubman said this thing. He said, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change your world, to accomplish your dreams. So I challenge you today, not just write them down, but run after them. Today's thoughts with Terry: slow and steady wins the race. Leave me a comment, hit the like button, hit the share button. I appreciate you. Until next week, Terry out.